Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Around the Diamond podcast with host Alec Pecano and the host of the Walker Report, which airs later tonight at 8 p.m., Brad Walker. Today on the show, we have a lot to cover. We're not gonna go over the preview. We're just gonna jump right in, and we're gonna start with our weekend series preview. 6 weekend series each, 3 American League, 3 National League. Brad, I will let you go first with your American League, and then I will go after.
I'll go with Royals Brewers. Kind of like the way the Brew Crew started off. I think that Milwaukee's off to a 5-1 start. The Royals are in the middle of it too. I know again we're only 5 or 6 games in, so I know people out there are already hitting the panic button in some circumstances.
Phillies fans.
Yeah, I'm going to go Orioles, Pirates. The O's are off to a good start. And Brendan Lau's doing well as a Pirate from what I heard. I think he hit a home run on his first at-bat as a Pirate. And then I'll go Reds, Rangers would be my final series.
My 3 are Tigers and Cardinals.
Okay.
Tigers have had kind of a slow start to the season. Cardinals surprisingly we talked about a pre-show, took 2 out of 3 from the Rays, but that was because of the Rays bullpen, which is a whole other story for another day. My second one is Yankees and Marlins. Did we see this coming from the Marlins in spring training?
Well, again, we're only 6 games in. Sorry, Mike.
That is true.
No, in all reality, no, it would be honestly kind of cool if Miami did have a good record.
And we are going to talk about the Marlins later in the show, ladies and gentlemen. And my third one is the Rangers and the Reds. The Reds took 2 out of 3 from the Boston Red Sox. And can they take 2 out of 3 from Texas? I mean, it seems the Reds have started off the season good. Ellie had a home run the other day. Now, what are your 3 National League?
National League, I have Braves and Diamondbacks. I think a lot of people have kind of written Atlanta off. And again, the Diamondbacks are in the middle of it. I also had the Cardinals and the Tigers as well. That's an interesting series. And then, of course, I have to go – sorry to be a homer, but I'm going to go Padres, Red Sox. So, yeah.
I also, for my first one, I also went Diamondbacks and Braves. And later on, when we do our picks to click, I got to talk about a certain Diamondback that we talked about in spring training, that if he was going to make the team, I'm not going to give away the name. You're going to have to wait till that part of the show. That is my first one. My second one is the Cubs and the Guardians. And that's going to be a juicy matchup. Look what the Nationals did to the Cubs that first game of the year, 10-2. But then the Cubs came back the second game of the year, beat them. But then the Nationals took 2. I was dumbfounded when I saw that the Nationals took 2 out of 3 from the Cubs. And everybody, all the Nationals, there's a Nationals fan I follow on TikTok. He's like, oh, the Nationals really did nothing over the offseason. They didn't make any
moves?
Yeah, they didn't make any serious moves. In the offseason. And then I guess they traded for Curtis Mead from the White Sox, which as Rays fans, we know that experience.
Yep. Well, also, it's a rematch of the 2015 World Series. Guardians and the Cubs. They were the Indians then, but still.
Yeah, and then the last one I have is the Brewers and the Whites. The Brewers, I don't know why. Hello, Iron Paredes 694. Brewers. I almost said White Sox, and we'll get to the White Sox maybe later on, and the embarrassment they are right now, especially that first game against the Brewers. But it's the Brewers and the Royals. And those are our weekend series previews. Now we get to our players to watch for this weekend. And Brad, take it away. You can go first.
I'm going to start with Bryce Terang. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his last name correctly.
I believe you are.
Again, we were just talking about the Brew Crew. In the first 6 games, he's hitting .409 with an on-base percentage of .500. His slugging percentage is .727. He has 1 homer, 5 ribbies, 2 stolen bases, and he scored 6 runs. If the Brewers are going to continue this strong start to the season, he's going to be a big part of that. Big part of that. So he's one of my guys to look forward to this weekend.
I also went with a Brewer, and he made his Brewers debut over the weekend last weekend, and he starts this weekend for them. It is Kyle Harrison. Have the Brewers done it again with their pitching lab? This guy was, I don't want to say garbage with the Red Sox, but he was in AAA for them. And now I have stats to back it up. His first start with the Brewers, he went 5 innings, gave up 1 earned run, 4 hits, a walk, 8 strikeouts. And there's 2 teams that gave up on him. It wasn't just the Red Sox. Who was he originally drafted by? The San Francisco Giants. And I bet you right now the Giants are kicking themselves in the tail for trading him and giving up on him in the Rafi Devers trade. Which, Giants fans, how's that worked out for you? Red Sox fans are loving it.
Yeah. Yep.
Even though Tristan Casas can't stay
healthy.
And before we get to our picks to click for hitters, we are going to talk about a couple of extensions that were handed out over the last week. Colt Emerson's the first one with the Mariners. And Brad, I'll let you take it away. Do you think it was a good idea to give him an extension when he hasn't played a single game in the big leagues?
I know he got an 8-year, $95 million extension. I don't think so because, again, I think what happens is, let's say he comes up, bud, and he lights it up. And then the next thing you know, he's asking for $100, $200 million to start. Now you got him for the next 8 years and $95 million. I think these teams are starting to get a little bit kind of like how they do it. You know, again, baseball has no salary cap, but like they do in the NFL and the NBA, I think they're trying to not give these players the big bang right away. You're going to have to earn it, and I think that's what they're doing here. That's why I think it was a good idea. Hopefully it won't bite the Mariners in the you-know-what, but we'll have to wait and see.
I agree with you. And what about the other gentleman that got a nice, lucrative payday? That would be Mr. Cole Emerson was one. Who was the other one? I'm drawing a...
Cooper Pratt?
Yes, Cooper Pratt of the Diamondbacks. I'll take this one first. It's puzzling to me why they gave him an extension. I know they just got rid of Caleb Durbin. Maybe the only thing I can think of is maybe they're going to call him up some point.
Is it the Diamondbacks, buddy, or the Brewers?
The Brewers.
Okay.
Milwaukee. Because they got rid of Caleb Durbin and they've been playing a mixture of guys at third base. Maybe They're just manipulating his service time, and then they're going to call him up later in this, a couple, maybe in May or June.
Probably.
And like you said about Emerson, I think it's a smart choice to give him an extension now, because if he comes up and he, as we like to say, he rakes, then he's going to be looking for 100, 150 million, 200.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows then what, if because we know how cheap the Brewers ownership is. Look, they just got rid of Freddie Peralta. But they, don't get me wrong, they got a haul back for him.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mets gutted their farm system. But again, that's like we say, AJ Preller at the trade deadline. And now we're going to get to our picks to click for the hitters. And Brad, take it away.
I'm going to go with Bobby Witt Jr. I did,
Chalk.
I don't think you really have to go into too much explanation about him, but yeah, I'll start with Bobby Witt Jr.
I think that's the pick everybody would have. That's kind of that's a chalky pick, but I mean, I don't blame you.
How many hitters do you want? But you just want one? One hitter,
yeah.
Okay.
No, one hitter, and then for your what's it called? Your prediction for player of the weekend.
Okay.
You can either choose a pitcher or a hitter. So my pick to click for my hitter ended up being, we talked about his team maybe 5 minutes ago in our weekend series previews. I went Diamondbacks outfielder Jordan Lawler. And we can go into deep detail, but if you want to, we already kind of did in our preseason episode, our last preseason episode that we had, where we talked about Jordan Lawler making this team and they're trying him in the outfield. Right now, from what we've both seen, I don't know if you've stayed up and watched any Diamondback games, but you've probably seen the highlights. He's looked above average in the outfield.
Yeah.
He's getting starts in left field and center. I don't know what they're going to do when they get Lourdes Gurriel back. Because if he keeps
finally say, buddy, it's a diamond in the rough, not to.
He's here all week, folks. I mean, yeah, but the problem is you're going to have too many guys in the outfield for too few spots. Because when Gurriel comes back, yes, they're probably going to ease him back into the field because he's coming back from a torn Achilles.
Do you think, but they DH him to start with and then move him out? Kind of progress him back to the outfield position?
Yeah. But then, again, once he's back in the outfield, that takes away a spot from Jordan Lawler. That takes away a spot from Alec Thomas. Because you're not taking Corbin Carroll out of the lineup. That's just, and we can both agree on that. That's just not happening.
No, I agree.
Corbin Carroll is your best outfielder, best hitter. Now we're going to talk about a little bit about the White Sox before we get to our headline for the show on. It's not going to be on Tuesday next week. It's going to be on a special day at the same time. It's going to be on Monday at 5:30 5:30, ladies and gentlemen. Mark it down on your calendar. Monday, 5:30, episode 5 of the Around the Diamond podcast. So the White Sox, they've been a nice little surprise to start the season too. Especially their Japanese. Can we say there's another Japanese sensation in MLB? Monotaka.
Yeah, it's an international game.
Monotaka Murakami. He started off the season hot for the White Sox. Hi to everybody in chat. Tell us your favorite MLB team and any questions you have for us. Make sure they are appropriate. I've already had to ban 2 people. So please keep them podcast appropriate. That's all I ask. Anyway, back to the White Sox. Do we think the White Sox, and we talked about it when we were making our season predictions, we don't think the White Sox are going to finish in last place this year.
Correct.
We think it's going to be the Twins, and we don't think that. I don't think the Twins are done making trading people. I don't care that Byron Buxton. I'm going to rant for a second. I don't care that Byron Buxton has a no trade clause. We've seen in hockey, not to get off topic, but we've seen in hockey, no trade clause doesn't really mean anything. It's just a list of teams that you will not waive that no trade clause for.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which, and we know the Dodgers, if they feel the need, they'll pick up. Andrew Freeman will pick up that phone and call the Twins. Hey, we got another Red Sox fan in here. Cold. No, I'm not reading off a script.
No, he's not.
I'm not reading off a script. You wish I was. Nice try.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's the first time we've had a comment like that. No, I'm not reading off a script. You don't see a teleprompter or anything in front of me. I do have notes, but that's it. I'm not reading off a script. Breaking news.
And I have notes too, so yeah. Wow. Interesting comments on YouTube. Oh my God. Wow. I don't Okay.
No comment.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And
baseball. Josiah B1T, yeah, I'm a Red Sox fan too. So happy to hear there's a Red Sox fan here as well.
Yes, but let's continue with the baseball talk.
Okay, I don't know what that means, Bebo, but okay.
We are getting this is getting outlandish. We're not even talking about hockey.
I was going to say
about baseball.
Yeah, I was going to say.
All right, stay on topic. If you have a best baseball question, please put it in the comments.
Okay.
Let's try to regain some focus here if we can. But yeah, the White Sox have kind of started the season off on a hot streak. Do we think they could keep it up, or is it like you said? It's only 6 games into the season. People, are you talking about the Indians, the Cleveland Indians? I would have.
Okay. Wow,
Lord. Yeah, no, sorry. Sorry, buddy. Yeah. Okay, so, Bebo, to get to your comment, it had to do with the MLB basically, and Brad, you can back me up. The MLB basically threatened the Guardians if they didn't change their name, that the All-Star game was going to be moved away from Cleveland.
Yeah, it was a. I hate to say this, we're on a sports show, but it was a political move. Because there was they're not the only team that changed names. There were other teams that did that. The Raiders are already in Las Vegas, so.
Are you, Bebo? Do you mean the A's?
Just say if he's the A's, that would be a different story. Yeah,
because the A's are going to be moving to Las Vegas. The Raiders are already there. But yeah, but basically what Brad said about the Guardians, it was a political move. They had to change it, or else the All-Star game is going to get moved out of their city.
Yeah, financial. It was a financial thing. Same thing with the Commanders in football too. Same thing.
No, Mike, you're the one getting kicked.
Well, first of all, Mike, I'm not in the same city as Alec, and I would never kick him. So good luck, buddy. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck being a troll.
I'm not even in the same city as Alec is. So.
But yeah, anyway, back to business at hand. Guys, please keep the comments appropriate.
I'm scared, buddy, to have YouTube on my show tonight. See what kind of comments I'm gonna get tonight. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. So yeah.
Well, anyway, back to the trying to get back on track. So, what is our headline? What is your headline going to be for Monday night's show?
I'm gonna say that I think my headline would be the teams that are in, let's say, the proverbial basement of their divisions will regain strength and be back in the middle of the pack by the end of the weekend. So that would be my headline leading into Monday.
My headline leading into Monday is, and we talked about it pre-show, Connor Griffin is going to have a big first weekend in the bigs. And I'm going to make a wild prediction right now. I didn't get the chance to write it down, but I think Connor Griffin will be starting in center field for the Pirates. I know he's a shortstop as well, but I think they're going to give Nick Gonzalez every chance to be the shortstop of the future, with Brandon Lau being at second base. But I think Connor Griffin starts in center field, and in his first at bat in the big leagues, he goes yard.
That would be cool.
And if he does, you can say you heard it here first on the Around the Diamond podcast.
How exciting would that be? 18 years old and your first at bat is a home run. That would be cool. I think that would be cool. 18's way past, the 18's definitely way in my rearview mirror. But
same here.
I'm just saying offhand, if I was an 18-year-old kid and I'm coming up, I get called up, and then I'm gonna possibly hit a home run and get a home run on my first at bat. I don't think you could hold me back from jumping up and down in that dugout after I rounded the bases. So yeah,
no, I don't think you could. Tyler, please clarify your question.
What does that mean?
I think he's trying to say what's up, but I'm not sure. Anyway, next order of business is
Yeah.
What is your prediction for your player of the week?
I picked my prediction. I'm gonna go with Drake Baldwin, the catcher for the Braves. He's off to a hot start, and a lot of people give catchers a hard time because if with catchers, you're either a great catcher or a great offensive catcher or a great defensive catcher. If you can find a combination of both, and there's been a few of them in the league. So I'm going to go with Drake Baldwin. I think he's going to continue his hot start. He's at 3 homers and a 318 average. I think that continues.
Okay, Tyler was just trying to say what's up, and he says, anyways, what's y'all's thoughts on MLB so far? It's early in the season. It's too early to tell who's going to be pretenders, specifically the Astros. I think, okay, you know what? We got an Astros fan here, so we're going to be, we're going to leave the whole, that whole cheating thing
I was
out.
going to bring that up, and I had to bite my tongue. I'm going to leave it at that.
I think I like the moves the Astros made over the offseason, bringing in Tatsuya Imai from Japan and trading for Mike Burrows. But the one issue I have is the Astros have too many infielders. Like, you have too many guys for not enough spots. Like, as a Rays fan, I love Isaac Paredes, but he's all his home runs have always.
Oh, he doesn't know about the cheating scandal. He's new to baseball. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But back to what I was saying, like Paredes and Brad, you can back me up. Paredes with the Rays, when he would hit home runs, they would always be left field.
Yeah, and to bring up the Astros, but I was going to say I think Yordan Alvarez is one of the best power hitters in the league.
Did you see what happened to him the other night?
Mm-mm.
He hit a home run. It hit the roof. It went foul.
Oh, Jesus.
And everybody was like, so he hit a ball that hit the roof and any other stadium other than maybe Tropicana Field. That's a home run. Gotta love Dyken Park.
Uh-huh. Correct.
But yeah,
and he broke the scoreboard at Tropicana Field when I was there in 2024 during BP. He hit the jumbotron in center field, and it went black, and it took him a good 4 or 5 innings to get the thing back on. I mean, it was pretty bad. So yeah, I think the Astros at the park last night. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. And I believe that was the game where Yordan hit the ball that hit
the roof.
I've never see with baseball. You think you've seen everything, and then you see something new.
Yeah,
like, and not to get up to. I will give my prediction for my player of the weekend in a second, but yeah, Tyler, I agree. It was, and Sir Great.
I don't know.
William.
What?
William, no, I am not clueless. I probably know more about sports than you do. And
Trolls. Oh my god.
Trolls-o-matic.
Yeah, not good with trolls. Okay.
Timeout. You're going in timeout, William. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be like William. Don't embarrass yourself on live YouTube. I've said it 3 times already. How did I knew that was going to be the next comment. Thank you, Tyler. Yes, that was rude. But yeah, I don't know what they feed these guys in MLB now. Yordan Alvarez, Ohtani. Well, here's the thing with Ohtani. I don't think Ohtani's human. I don't think Ohtani's human. I think he's a robot. And the thing is, Dodgers fans will disagree with us. But Dodgers fans, I'm sorry to say this, Dodgers fans have no room to talk. At all. They have a, what is it, $2 billion, $1 billion roster?
Nice talking to you too, Tyler.
Nice talking to you too, Tyler.
No.
No, we do not. And, sir, I'm sorry, but say it bye. It's the one thing I love about StreamYard is if you get a comment you don't like.
Okay.
Yep, you're getting banned. Anyway, okay, to get back on topic, my prediction for player of the weekend is Kyle Harrison of the Brewers. I'm wondering if he can follow up his first start as a Brewer with another good one. And now we're going to just do some rapid fire to round out the show. First, we're going to kind of talk about the Rays. And Brad mentioned something to me that was interesting before we started. Explain to the audience what you told me about Wander Franco.
So, if you guys are new to Wander Franco, he was convicted in the Dominican Republic for having sexual relations with an underage girl. But he wasn't the only one that was arrested. The girl's mother was also arrested because she single-handedly, if you want to say, trafficked her daughter, if you want to go that route. But anyway, his retrial ended up being postponed because the mother they were supposed to try them together for a retrial. If they're both found not guilty in the retrial, Wander Franco then has the ability. The only thing that would prevent him from obviously coming back would be getting a visa. Now, we all know, and again, I don't mean to be political on here, the getting people in this country from foreign countries is not as easy as it is. There's a lot of restrictions, so that could hold him back. But anyway, if that all goes through, he would have a legitimate shot, guys, of coming back to MLB. I don't know if that'll be with the Rays. It could be, as Alex mentioned, the Pirates. Somebody will take a shot at him, but I think they're waiting for that because I think the Rays, if they don't have to pay him the money that they owe him, as Alec mentioned in the pregame, I think that money will go to Junior Cabanero, which would be the smart thing to do to get him signed now before he ends up getting too expensive and then they have to get rid of him and somebody like the Dodgers or the Red Sox or the Phillies or the Yankees come in and take him away. So, yeah, that's the whole thing about Wander Franco.
And honestly, we've seen some of the prospects the Rays have. I don't think they need Wander back.
No. I think they're fine the way that they are. I mean, they have
Carson Williams.
I mean, they got one or two guys that, their bats aren't great right now. But again, it's still early on in the season.
Carson, we talked about him in the pre-show. Why am I? He can't hit the bright side of a barn.
Right.
What's the name I'm looking for? Went to Florida State.
Taylor Walls.
Yes. That's it.
Adam, I appreciate the comment.
Thank you, Adam. That is a appropriate comment. Is this chick?
don't know where that comment came from, but okay.
Oh, I think he's just
Chicken tender hour.
blocked. Are you? Is that just? Are you trolling or are you being funny? Because if you're being funny, that's okay. You can stick around and stay.
I think he's I don't know if he's being funny or what, but that chicken tenders do sound good.
They do.
I have to eat in between shows, so that might be.
Hey, they sound good, especially if you're. Hey, there's another comment for you, Brad.
Appreciate that, but I've been doing podcasting for a long time. To golf, really? I think I might know more golf than Alec does. No offense to him, but
yes,
I think I know more about that than
Block. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you're trolling. So goodbye, Adam. I'm not blocking you because your comment was genuine. And yes, Brad probably does know more about golf than I do because I barely watch golf. Hey, that's not disrespectful at all. That's probably true. Brad probably does know more about golf than I do because I don't really watch golf. So Adam, no offense taken to that comment at all. Anyway, before we get out of here, Brad, why don't you tell them about your show?
Yeah, actually, we can continue the MLB conversation. I'm going to go through how the MLB ranked the 30 stadiums in Major League Baseball, and Alec will not like who at number 30 is. So
I have a feeling I already know who it is.
But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about possibly Max Verstappen, one of the greatest retiring. I don't know. We'll talk about that as well. We're talking about Tiger. I'm a Tiger Woods fan. Again, just talking about golf, but what his off the golf course stuff that he's been doing.
Antics, basically.
But yes, guys, this will be the first time that the Walker Report will also be live on YouTube. The Walker Report is the channel. If any of you guys want to come over there, but again, just like here, you say anything disrespectful, I'm going to ban you. This is not, me and Alec do this. This is what we like to do. But if you're going to come in here and troll us or do anything disrespectful, you're gone. Just to let you guys know. But
we don't.
Yeah, it's not a trolling show. I'm not on here to feed the trolls. I'm not doing that. So
go look up Tiny Tino on TikTok if you want to troll.
8:00 on the Walker Report YouTube channel. We'll be there. So be there if you guys want to.
And like I said earlier, special show on Monday. And we will see y'all on Monday. And this will also be going up at some point on Spotify. So if you have a Spotify and you want to listen to the audio version of the podcast, more than welcome to. Again, keep the comments appropriate, please. But until the next time, we will see y'all on Monday. And have a wonderful rest of y'all's night.